Mm, 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 mm. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me share this live on my Facebook page. Yeah. Ah, I haven't been to your live for a little while. I haven't even seen you live anymore. Do you still do lives, Bijou? So, good morning to everyone that's here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my live stream. Don't hesitate to jump in. I just want to have this discussion because I have been like hearing everyone say this so many times. Africa is the future. Africa is where we have to be. Africa is. Are you taking a break? Yeah, yeah, I understand. It's a lot. These lives, they're not easy. That's why I only come when I can. I'm not rushing here all the time to be live with these people. Because after we finish talking here, I don't see what people are doing behind the scene. Maybe some people are doing some stuff, but not that much. Not to the level um, where we're supposed to be. I feel like we could have been doing way more. Like we do a lot of talking and really, really less doing. Everybody want to talk. We just want to sit around, talk, and with the time you found out that we're talking about the same thing all the time. We're talking about the same thing all the time, and nothing is changing. And people want to talk about all these big plans, all these big ideas, when the little ideas are not even being put in place. They're not being implemented. Like you, Bijou Noir, I love, love, love your life. Like I love, cause you go in, like you like to talk about the real issue, the root of all of it all. And that makes people so uncomfortable. People don't want to address it. They dodge it. They rational. They make excuses for it. But no, I love your life. I used to love it. Seriously. Every time I call, I was just like, stay tuned the whole time. But most of the time, I'll be at work because I work on weekends. So I listen to you from. Thank you, sis. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you mean by there's a lot of love here on the internet, on these lives? I don't know. I just want, I like things that are palpable. I just don't like all the talk and then like reality is different. Since I want to talk about Africa, I understand the African perspective better than African Americans or other Black people. I understand and I know what's going on in Africa. I know what's wrong with us. I don't think that we always. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Yeah. Not many people do what you do, really. I was thinking that you're gonna be like the next Oprah to really bridge the gap between like African American and Africans. Because you're trying to be very balanced and understand both sides. You know, you don't just stay on the surface like many people do. You're trying to go in and understand each side's perspective. You know, that's what I used to get by watching and listening to you. You always find a way to kind of like bring everybody together, find things that kind of like bring us together, and also you did not shy from the thing that kind of like set us apart. You were comfortable having all this uncomfortable conversation. I mean, it was very, I feel it, to me it was very it helped me grow. You understand? I understood a lot of stuff that I wasn't even aware of. Even when I look at them, I don't understand them. Like when it comes to African Americans, I learned so much from listening to you and watching your live and listening to the people on the panel and on that. It really helped me understand a lot of stuff and grow as a person. You know, I feel more comfortable now, even like engaging with people that are not from Africa necessarily, because I understand them. I understand them. I can understand the thing that they're talking about, but before no, anything that is different from what I'm used to, I'm just like, oh, I don't understand why these people act like this or do this or like, yeah. So, but now, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to take time to listen, to learn. Yeah, my topic this morning is Africa really the future. What do you think, Bijou? Do you think that Africa is really the future? Uh, when people say Africa is the future, I don't even know the future of what. What future are they talking about? When it comes to what? I really want to know what people are talking about when they say Africa is the future. Is it the future for the people that are not from Africa to have a place that they can go to and have all the advantages that they don't have in the West? Yes, I do at home and abroad. What do you mean you do what? Like, do you think that Africa is the future, Miss Bijou Noir? And if it's the future, is the future of what? I want to understand that. That's the part that really baffles me when everybody say Africa is the future. Because when it comes to African people, like the people on the ground, their everyday life is not getting better. I promise you, their everyday life is getting worse. It's not getting better. All these African, we the people have to be cultivated in our Africanness. Yeah, definitely. But not everybody. I mean, like the majority. What's sad is that the majority is not interested. Even me, after I leave this YouTube street and I go in my real everyday life, it's so hard to engage in conversation with people. You know, because a lot of people have a very set mind that they're not willing to shift or even to learn or even to take the time to listen. Especially my people, they have a very set mind, especially the one here, even the one home, because when you engage in conversation when it comes to like the evolution of our people, that's not something that they're interested in. They're interested in on how to make it today, like how to make money. Yeah, Even here in United States, right? A lot of Africans are not here for. They don't want to think beyond what the reason why they came here. They came here for economical reason. They came here to make a better life for themselves, and a better life is translate into having a good job. I mean, finishing your education, having your good job, um, and just make money for your family or uh, for other people. Maybe, I don't know, building a house, home. That's one of the dream that one out of two Africans has, is to make it have a vacation home in Africa, and being here have a good corporate job and making money. That's it. They don't want to think about something that's going to stress them. When we start talking about this, the evolution, how we're going to get out of where we are, that's not the immediate issue. They just want to focus on what matter to them right now. Nobody's thinking about like how is my descendants going to survive in this world. Um, no, they're not. They're not. So it makes it very hard to engage in conversation about stuff like this. Um, I'm always online, just listening to people, just learning. I like it. I love it. And the more people really start asking those type of questions, the better it will be for our people, even especially for people in Africa on the ground. They're so hungry that you cannot come and start saying stuff like this to them. They don't care. Really, they don't care. They're not interested. All they want is like, today is for today. Is for today. And everybody else, especially the people that have money, everybody's singing, Africa is the future. Africa is this. Seriously, Africa, I don't know. Until we deal with, yeah, we don't want to deal with it. That's why yesterday I had a stream here. I was here yesterday. Was it the day before yesterday? I was so upset. I woke up and then it crossed my mind. I was like, until when are we going to continue faking um, our we're gonna continue faking like we really care about where or who we are and where we want to go and what we want to do, when really it's not in the mind, it's not in the mind of most of the people to really want to see Africa do better, because it's not even difficult. Like when you think about it, Bijou Noir, if it was like, if people really, really wanted to do better, if we really wanted to do better, we will do better. It's not that hard. Even with all the mental conditioning and all that, the people that have overcome those brainwashing can do something, but they're still not doing it. You know, they're still not doing it. They're still like into pettiness. They're still fighting over ego, stuff like that. So they're not making a priority really to build anything. We're not serious. That's what I was saying here the other day. Some people were upset at me, and but that's the reality. We're not serious people, because sometimes we're not ready to give up what makes us comfortable to get to the next level. We're not ready for that. You know, it's almost as if just talking about it is some type of like therapy. It kind of relieve the pain in certain person. So it becomes like an ongoing thing to always want to just talk about it and feel better about ourselves. But when it comes to really do something, very few. Even the few that are trying to do something are being sabotaged by other people, by the majority. I don't know. I don't understand. I do not understand. Is Africa really the future? So, Bijunwa, what do you think about that? You think Africa is the future for real? And if you think so, the future of what? Is it the future for the Africans, or is it the future um for the diasporan? Is it the future for foreigners? Because the way Africa is set up, I always say this for people that don't understand. The way Africa is set up is not for Africans. Africans will always be the struggling people of Africa if nothing is done to protect their right. You can be from any other nationality and come to a country, any country in Africa, you will be more served. You will have more right than in your country, what you had in your country. That's just the way the continent is set up. And it has to do with the way we view ourselves and the way that we have always view ourselves, because what colonization has done to Africans is that it has um, made the African people feel less than anyone else. They're not going to accept that in your face, but the action and everything that goes on over there, it's clearly seen. You can be from anywhere. It doesn't matter which part of the world you are, even from one of the poorest country in the world. And when you come to Africa, oh my lord, it's gonna be paradise for you. You're gonna get everything cheaper. Even the women are cheap. You don't need much to get anything you need. And they will be giving it to you with a smile in their face because they don't have self-worth. They don't understand their value. They don't understand what they want. They don't understand none of that. So it becomes a place where it's gonna be really when it's gonna be built, it's gonna be built for all those people. It's not gonna be built for the African. So I don't understand why everybody keeps saying Africa is the future. Africa is this. Africa is not. Well, it's the future of the world, maybe, but not the future for Africans on the ground. The main thing that need to be done is to find a way to add value in the Africans' daily life. If we find a way to help the population of Africa, the poor, the unseen, the most vulnerable people on the ground, if we find a way to help them being self-sufficient, I think that would do a lot. That would be very helpful and help them build their self-esteem, their self-worth, help them see the value in them. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say here, you know. Let me see this. Someone just sent me a message. Okay. Yeah, so that's my question here today. The other day I was here with Tunaja. We were talking. We talk a lot, and he ended up agreeing with me because when you come on this live stream and having discussion with people, everybody want to talk about the thing that are so far to achieve, the things that are not easily accessible. They will be talking about all this big plan or how to improve the economy, how to do this, but the basic, the ground in on the ground is not solid, because to build your foundation is where everything has to sit. It's what everything has to sit on. If the foundation is not built strong, your house is going to collapse. And this is what we've been doing. And even in this panel, when we talk, that's the type of talk that we're having. People will be talking about how Kenya is building this, Kenya is building that, Kenya is doing this. But you guys are not addressing the elephant in the room, which is like the people's mind, the Kenyans' mind. Everything that's being built is not really improving the average Kenyan's life. Valuing Kenyans, that means that the law of the country has to protect them first. No one should ever come to Kenya and have more rights than a Kenyan. A Kenyan should be valued, and there's a different there's different way that can be achieved. You know, even just the way the president expresses himself, even the way that Kenyans are being treated in Kenya. I'm just talking about Kenya as an example. It can be in my country too. It's the same thing in Cameroon. Like if you have a problem with someone in Cameroon, a foreigner in Cameroon, and go to court with them, they're gonna win over you. They're gonna win. They're gonna pay all those people money to. If you live in a place like this, how do you expect um those people to be proud of themselves? They will never be proud of themselves. They will want to be like to be like those people that are favored in their own country. They will want to be like that. So we're not addressing the real issue that we have in our respective African country. And I always say also that African countries, we have the same problem. All these people used to fight me over here on the internet, and we suffer from the same exact issue. In our respective country, nobody's valued. All these African leaders don't value their people. They are sell out. They don't care about their people. A country that don't care about his population is not a country that's ever gonna grow. That's gonna ever be for those people. Nigeria can build all the infrastructure that they want to build, but is it to benefit Nigerians or just to? Because during colonization, that's exactly what was doing. That's the thought that the European had. If you go in those African countries, you're gonna see that the city that they choose to develop, right, where the city in which they have the most interest in resources, they have their farms there, they have um, maybe so basically they build the city that's going to help them export the whatever they're there for. That's going to be the same thing if Africans is building Africa thinking the same way as European. They're not building the people. They're not building their people. They're just making the place very comfortable for the foreigners. They're building things that the typical Nigerian or the typical Cameroonian or the typical Kenyan cannot have access to. Even when I was still in Africa, let's say 15 years ago, we have all those things there, but can you access them? Nope. There are even reserved area where you cannot go. You cannot access. Even if you get there, they're gonna be looking at you like, "What is she doing here?" Those places are exclusively reserved to the foreigners. You know, how is that building Africa? How is that making Africa the next big thing? Even the Reaper that said that they're going to Africa because they're tired of the West. The West is not treating them well. They're going to Africa. They're still in Africa looking for the thing they were used to in the West. That's the funniest part. When I'm watching all this video, the complaint is about, oh, this is not convenient. That other stuff is, we don't, cheese is too expensive here in Africa. Chocolate is too expensive in Africa. What did you expect? What did you expect? It's gonna be expensive because it's not like it's those are things that are being made there in Africa that they want the Africans to have access to. They don't want the African to live a very easy, convenient life. No, that's not the I don't think that's the goal. They want Africans to always still feel like they have to rely on yeah, exactly. So Africa is, to me, is not the future. Yeah, it's not the future. And it's not gonna be the future. The only reason people get even excited saying that is because these people, even these Africans, are diasporan. So when they get to Africa, their dollar stretches, their euro stretches, their currency from the country they're coming from stretches in Africa. Africa is that vulnerable, weak place where anyone coming from outside find um, happiness. I mean, not happiness. I'm gonna say. I mean, things are easy to access. Like everything is easy. You can access anything with your money, and that's the place where everybody. The only thing they value is money. So with money, you can have access to anything. When I tell you guys anything, it's anything and everything. Let me see. Is anyone want to come over here and let me see? How do you do the link thing? Invite people over here. I'm gonna put the link over here if someone wanna come. And where is to Naja? If he can come and challenge me again, I would love to be challenged. I think this is gonna be a challenge game. All these people that I talk, all this big talk about Africa is this, Africa is the future. I wish I can get them on here to tell me how Africa is gonna be the future when the Africans are being left out of opportunity. How does that make Africa the future? Like in United States, right? Whatever Americans sell, whatever Americans manufacture, they manufacture what they consume. So when you open a business, you know that your first customer is gonna be the people that reside here. No, unless how to say, not like in Africa. There's certain thing that the local don't even like really use. It's not even something that they used to. They're accustomed to. It's foreign to them. But here in America, anything that you guys manufacture, mamize and what? What does that mean? Stoic one. What do you mean by that? What does that sign mean? The sign by the fire. I have no idea what that means. You can come up here. I want someone to come here and let's talk. Let's discuss. Tell me if you think Africa is the future, guys. Please tell me. And tell me for who and how. That's what I'm trying to understand here. I put the link in in the comment section. Can someone click on it and tell me? Here in America, right? So anything that is is made in America, it's consumed by Americans first before they can even think about like exporting it. Um, they have their base clientele that is there, so they're not struggling on finding who is gonna. Ah, it's a salute. Okay, thank you. So, do you understand? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Tell me if you understand what I'm trying to say, and tell me what you think about what I said. I don't know. I don't know how long you've been here, but tell me what you think about what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you? Do you think that Africa is the future, guys? Please tell me. I'm waiting for your answer. It's even hard to run a business in Africa because when you have a business, right, you struggle through the it could be. What do you mean by it could be? How? What's preventing it from being the future? When you have a business in Africa, you have to open a business that people gonna like enjoy. What's the point of opening a business that the people that will be your customer are all foreigners? How do you think that business is going to succeed? You know, foreigners sometimes comes to Africa, not all the time. There are seasons where they are there the most. You know, like winter in those European countries and all that. That's when a lot of people travel to Africa. During summer, they will stay in their country and have fun, but they will come during winter. What do you mean not necessary? I don't even understand. Can you just make sentences and tell me what you're answering to? Because I don't understand what you're saying. You know, there's a link in the chat. You can click on it and come and tell me if you want to. I'm telling you guys that Africa cannot be the future for the Africans. It doesn't matter how many buildings you guys gonna build in Africa. It's not gonna, as long as Africans, I mean, like the government, don't put their people first. Africa is never gonna be the future for the Africans. It's gonna be the future for foreigners. You know, for foreigners that had enough in their own country, that are sick and tired of the way the countries are. Like when it comes to, like you guys, a lot of people, um, very happy that in Africa they can find food that are not genetically modified and all that. When you get tired of those type of food in, I will come up, but I'm an awful panelist. What does that even mean? Come up. It doesn't matter if you're awful. What you gonna do? Come and tell me what you're gonna do. Let me see. Let me be the judge. Let's talk. Come on. Let me send you the link. Just come. My platform is different. Here you can say anything you want to say. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that will be telling you that, oh, what did I do? I don't know what I did. I can't even see my screen anymore. Do you guys still are you guys still seeing me? I don't know what I did. I don't know what my screen is gone. Let me see. What did I do? Oh, let me see. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I don't know where I click and then I see you. No, I don't. Okay, come on. Let me send you an invite and you come here. Let me copy, paste over here. Let me see, paste. Stoic one, click on the link and you can come up here. Really? Mm. Come explain to me how Africa is the future. I'm from Africa, and I remember when I was in Africa, how everything is set up. There's a lot of stuff that us as Africans we have access to only because we're in the West. If we were at home, we wouldn't even be thinking about it. We wouldn't be even dreaming about it. The thing that a little bit nice, let's say even like parks, some very nice parks, some very nice area where you can go and have fun. They're way too expensive for someone, for a local. A local that is having a local salary or money or whatever cannot even have access to those things. Even that's why some of the repat are getting are going to Africa and running back to to the West, being broke. It's not easy over there because um, the pay is not that great, and the cost of living is higher than what you earn than you're earning. I mean, if you want to live a decent, nice life, you cannot make it because your salary is not gonna be able to pay to afford those stuff. And you see how the local live, they don't have that culture of consuming a lot of goods. We live off like very minimal. We are minimalistic. You know, you cannot be over there and trying to get the latest iPhone or maybe like getting a nice TV. You're lucky if you have a TV. It doesn't matter what kind of TV it is, as long as you can. I mean, as long as it works, you're lucky to have a TV. But when you live elsewhere, you want to have up to date stuff and all that. You want to change your clothes um, as many times as you want to. Living and working there, you cannot afford those things at all. First of all, you cannot even like afford new clothes. The majority of people wear used clothes coming from the West. How do you think that Africa is going to be the future for Africans when that's the reality over there? It's going to be the future for people coming in, but not the future for the local. I don't see how that's going to change because it's getting worse and worse. The local are being mistreated by the government, and it has become a culture in a way that it is systemic. It doesn't matter what kind of issue you're having with a foreigner, your own brother and sister gonna stand against you. Do you guys know why? Because they expect for the foreigner to give them something, to give them an incentive for defending them. That's how bad poverty can change people's mind. How is it gonna be the future for them? It's not. It's not. It's very sad when you think about it because at the same time, it could have been the future, and it could have been even the greatest place to be for the people there. But it is not. The reality is that it's not. No matter how you guys want to put it, no matter how much you guys we want to pretend, it's not. Every day when you look at the news, when you look at the local news, the local news is sad. Like if we were people that really wanted even to improve our living conditions, half of the thing that's happening daily over there to people shouldn't be happening in 2022. Just 2 days ago, I watched something in Nigeria where this church was trying to give away food and clothes to the people. So they sent out a message to let people know what time and the time, where and when the event was gonna take place. What happened is that when the church people got to the place, the whole neighborhood were there. So people were run over. There were like 20 people that died, or 25, just from other people running them over. That's sad, just for food and clothes. Can you guys imagine? So how is Africa gonna be the future? Future for who? Hey, thank you for coming on. I wanted to hear from you.
Yes, hello, Mamize. Nice to talk to you today. Can you hear me? Sorry,
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
sorry. Um, and it's tragic what happened in Nigeria a few days ago. I agree with
Did
you on
you,
that.
did you hear that? That was awful.
Yes, I can't believe that. I've heard things about the situation, the political situation in Nigeria, the north and south, and I guess that has something to do with the execution, really an execution of other Africans. I mean, that's what it really was, an execution, right? I mean, can you hear me?
Yes,
Sorry.
sir, I can.
Um, uh, I wanted to respond to your the query or the question of your stream,
Uh-huh.
which is Africa the future? And I did say it's possible that Africa is the future. It's possible that it's the future, but only if Africans care about Africa. Is it the future for Africans? If they do not care, if they are not concerned with what happens to them in the next decade, even the next decade, then Africa will be sold and abused as it has been for centuries by the highest bidder.
And it will be the future for those people, right? It has always been the future for them. That's exactly what I'm
Unfortunately,
saying.
unfortunately, yes.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, yes. I agree with you there.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because if you watch all these pro-African videos online on YouTube, sometimes they make you doubt what you know, basically, because they're making this video about people that started business in Africa and business going well for them, and Africa is the future for what? It's been gentrified, you know. That anybody, I'm telling you, anyone in the diaspora can go to Africa today and become rich if they want to, because that's,
I'm sorry. You do what?
yes, if they want to, you know.
If they wanted to.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you how.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening. You're very interesting. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how things worked over there. But if you're someone that is very serious about getting rich, about going to Africa and be another, is the place that is easily exploitable, right? There is very how am I gonna say, they let anything Africa absorb everything and anybody. Like you can go there, you can be, as long as you're a foreigner. Even it doesn't matter if you're black or white. You go over there, you know how to maneuver. You will become rich. First of all, you have to search for connection. All those government officials, they are sellout. You can buy them very easily. and they will show you the way. A lot of the reason why you see foreigners being successful in Africa and the local not is because they are exempt from a lot of stuff. Even taxes, they don't pay the tax the way they're supposed to pay. That's what they do. They will let you pay half of the tax you're supposed to be paying just so that they can have a cut of the money. They will. Many people succeed not in a very honest way. You just have to find those people and align yourself with them, and you become rich. Trust me, you will become rich. If you're not coming with that type of morality of like, oh, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna participate in corruption. If you're just there to be rich, no matter how, you're gonna be rich. Trust me. Yes,
Yeah, yes. I have to ask you. I have to ask you a question. Can I ask
yes,
you a
sir.
question?
Uh-huh.
Um, is there a way for Africa to be the future for Africans? Is there a possibility? Is there a way which that can be accomplished?
Of course, yes, it can be done. We just have to recenter the priority on the African people. But for that, we need leaders that are going to have that sort of mindset. But the reality is that it's not the case. Trust me. And you know what? Because the leaders are so anti-Africans, that sentiment has
Really? Okay,
they
okay.
are.
I get you.
No, they are. I'm. Some people say I'm blunt and I'm harsh, but it's the reality. They just want to say in a different manner to express the same thing, but it's true. They're anti-African, but African because if you're not anti-African, why would you be like having all those agreements that you have, and in which Africa is losing? I mean, like billions all the time. Is it just because they're incompetent or it's because they're anti-African? I think they're anti-African.
I mean, I don't want to. This is a subject I can't. I mean, I don't want to get. I don't want to insult people who are from different countries. Different. I know you're from Cameroon, right?
Well, they don't know you. You're not even. I'm over here. They know me. They see me when I.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm anonymous. I'm anonymous, of course, so they don't see me. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, Africans, obviously, the leadership is very anti-African. I mean, that's true. Oh, where is she? She's not there. Is she not there? Mamise, you're not there anymore. You're not. Are you coming back? Um. Uh. Hello. Um. I think she's gone. She's
No,
gone in
I'm
a
here.
minute. Okay. So sorry. I didn't see you for a moment there. Um. Yes. It seems as though the leadership has been very anti-African from what I know about, from what I've read and from what I've seen in the news and um and things like that. But I don't know if the countries or the people are anti themselves. Are they against? Are they against themselves? I don't know that for
They
certain.
don't-
I'm not certain about that.
Okay, they don't know about. Okay, let's say that you have a dad. You live in a house. You have a mom and a dad,
Hmm.
and there are children. You have your siblings. You guys all live in there, and your dad always like promote everyone
Yes.
else, put you guys down, your kind down, and always elevate other people, and always tell you how to be successful. You have to align yourself with this. It's gonna make you guys become entire yourself. That's what self-hate is, right? Africans suffer from major self-hate. You know,
Mm,
everything that's valued is anything that's foreign. It alienates you, and you don't even realize it. You understand? And a lot
yeah.
of us lack critical thinking because that's not something that's instilled in us from childhood. Our education system is not a critical thinking based education. we are groomed to just accept what we've been presented to us and take it as a, like it is. We don't question anything, because even if African people have that ability to question things, they will see that that's what's happening, and maybe start going the other way. Well, I mean, they don't even realize they're anti-African. If you don't promote yourself and promoting somebody else, you anti yourself. I'm sorry, I don't see any other way of saying it. You see what I mean?
It's true. It's true. Um, I know people. They point to the accomplishments of Paul Kagame and Rwanda as a indication that Africa can do things, that it can be, that success can be promoted within an African context. What do you think about that? The accomplishments of Paul Kagame and such leaders in Rwanda.
Well, I love the fact that he want to see his country do better. That's a start. That's all we need, because when he does that, it kind of like create that self proud in people. And if he's not there tomorrow, I don't think that the Rwandan people want to see their country uh going any other direction than continue growing. That's and great example of like focusing on yourself. Even if you love somebody else, you have to still make sure that you good first, and serve
Of
as
course,
an example for the people, for your people. It gives a self pride, It gives you
yes.
guys such pride, and that's something that you will want to preserve, and you will want to last as long as possible. That's what everybody else do, right? Except our other Africans, because the moment that our African, what those leaders don't understand is that the way that it doesn't matter where they are, it doesn't matter how rich they are, their people reflections, it's on them. So when the people are struggling, it reflects on themselves, on those leaders. So they are not themselves not even respected among the leaders of the world. Like when they're with their peers, they're not respected. I don't think they respect them at all. You have to be someone that has no self-esteem to accept to be in that position and doing the thing that they do. Either
They want to Niger. They want to Niger. They want opposition, I think, to what you're saying. And I'm not. I don't think I'm giving you the opposition. I don't really oppose what you're saying. That's the thing about it. I agree with you mostly.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
I agree with you.
It's very important to like talk like that to each other, because when you just making comment, sometimes I don't understand exactly what you say. I don't know if you come against what I'm saying, or you agree, or you're in the middle. I don't know,
I'm in the
but
middle. I'm in the middle. I think that Africa can, as I said before, it can be the future,
yeah, me too.
but only if Africans are concerned about Africa. That's the only way it can be the
Yeah,
future. It's the only way. Other than that, it's going to go the way it's been going for centuries, and it's not going to be successful, and it's going to get worse, and the people are going to get more poverty stricken, and it's going to become more of a hell on earth.
okay.
I think.
I have a question for you. Are you from
Sure,
Africa?
no problem. No, I'm not from Africa.
Where are you
No.
from?
Where do I live? Or no?
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from the UK.
You British?
I'm a Black British. I consider myself to be Black British.
But they came
Yes.
from somewhere before they got to Britain, right? Are you from where is it? Um,
I'm not from. No, well, I was born in the UK. My parents are from another country.
what country?
Um,
Anyway, it doesn't even matter. I wanted to
yeah,
know if you have ever been to Africa, if you used to, if you
I've
okay,
not been to Africa. Sorry,
you haven't
no.
been.
I'm sorry. Maybe I
Okay,
shouldn't have this
so
discussion, and maybe I shouldn't have the discussion with you.
Because you did not understand when I told you that Africans are anti-African. You seem to be shocked.
No, I get it what you're saying. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, you
But I
understand
mean,
it when I explain it. I understand, yeah, but you did not understand it at first. Somebody that's been in Africa, I don't even need to explain it. They know that everything that's value is anything that's not African.
I mean,
Anything local is considered low quality, not modern, old fashioned. That's the mentality. I promise you, that's the mentality. And we're never gonna go anywhere with that. That's self hate, basically. You understand? So we're not gonna go because you have to be able to find value in what you have and improve it based on where you want to go. Not that you're just gonna throw it to the side um and adopt something from elsewhere as the highest standard. That's how it is over there. I mean, it's deep.
okay.
And it stems from the leaders. I promise you, everything that's done it stem from them because even the way they act, right? The thing that themselves value is another thing that are uh, from the country.
From whatever country it is they're from.
I mean, they don't, they don't have program that will value and the in those days. I will tell you something that's very shocking.
Sure, sure.
It's gonna
Certainly.
sound very shocking, and people gonna be upset about it, but that's just the truth. Let me tell
Okay,
you.
sure, sure.
So what?
Sure. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. And you,
No, 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 it's reality. No, 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 no. Let me tell
wait,
you.
are you going to do it? You're going to do it then?
When right after colonization, right? Right after colonization, there were programs that were centered on there were more programs that center on Africans development better than nowadays. Like nowadays, everybody's just focused on the outside. They just want to import everything. Before, right after colonization, I mean, like many years ago, let's say maybe 30 years back, they had more even programs that were centered around agriculture, uh, promoting even the like textile. Like in my country we have a lot of companies that were like making clothes for us. We were not even as used clothes as used to use clothes are like today. Like today everything is just like flowing in. We accept everything from everywhere. Before, right after colonization, that were programmed really to promote the country more than it is today. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I
So,
get it. I get
those
this.
people that were colonizing us, when they left, they developed some stuff to promote the country, even the everything that were made in place, like local. Okay, for instance, Nigeria can talk one. If you,
Are
okay,
you
yeah,
reading?
of
You're reading
course.
the. You're reading the chat.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat. He's talking about Nigeria. That's what I was telling you guys here yesterday. Austin, AK. Yesterday, I was telling somebody asked me. I think it was Mr. Uganda who asked me what I thought about Pan Africanism.
I know you're not into it. We are talking. I know you're not into it.
It's not about being into it. Like even the people that are into it are just like delusional. You don't understand? They're just, they're just being delusional.
I knew you were going to do this. I knew this was going to happen. Sure,
No, no, no,
go,
no.
go.
No, I'm not against it. It would be great. It would be perfect. But the reality is different. How are we going to talk about Pan Africanism when we cannot even like work together in our own village? Like the next village is against this village here. We have to start there. We like to talk about big ideas when we cannot even handle the little ones. That's what kills me. That's why when you guys have all this big discussion about how this gonna do this, that, I don't like to listen to stuff like that because it's taking away the time we should be focusing on what we can accomplish right now without even
Yes,
needing anything. Like
yes.
in an interpersonal relationship, that's it. That's something, that's a problem, a deep problem that African people have. Like black people in general, they don't know how to get along. Let's get that, and let's solve that one first. What's the problem? Why do we always see each other as competition? I have never. That's the mystery I want to solve. Why your success is always automatically translate into like my lack of success, and why do I have to be upset and jealous about you? I don't understand that.
I mean, it's true. I get what you're saying. I think Pan Africanism is a pipe dream as it's related today. I think people don't understand. I mean, people don't they the way they want to put it across. It's not a realistic venture. It can't be done the way they are advancing it. As you said before, if you can't be an adhesive unit in your own village or your own country, if you can't get that together, how can you go then somewhere else and think you're going to make that place a better,
Yes.
make it a better place? Yeah, I don't understand it. It makes no sense in the present paradigm. I think Pan-Africanism may have used to be a better thing originally. The original concept was I think it was very promising. But now, as it is now, it's a pipe dream. It can't work. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. I
Well, I
mean,
don't believe that it's not going to work. I'm like, let's start small before we can get up there. You know, if we were doing what we're supposed to do, maybe one day it will. But nobody's even doing what I'm talking about. We're still dealing with the same pettiness. Like it's so. That's why I'm always saying that there's something organically, like structurally, wrong with our
is it
with
mental?
our makeup. I'm serious.
Do you think it's mental? Do you think Africa
Mental.
suffers from mental illness
Yes,
in general? Africans.
yes, I think it's mental. We have serious, yeah. I think it is. It is. And that's
Wow.
something that not people, a lot of people want to address. People don't want to address that because, like, to me, it seems like um, we are very superficial and shallow people sometimes. You know, like we don't like to go deep because going deep hurts, right? We don't want to face our demons. Our demons are inside ourselves. Like, uh, if we don't conquer that, like like that jealousy I'm talking about, that inability to be like very happy of each other's success. Like one success become automatically the lack of success of the other person. It translates into like jealousy, wanting to destroy. Uh, we're very good at sabotaging, but we're not very good at building at all. We're not a builder. We are not. We don't know how to build.
Sabotaging each other. Each
I
other.
believe, I believe that anything can be accomplished if we change our mindset. We can learn how to start building. No matter what the challenge is going to be, we're going to learn how to overcome the challenge. What I have noticed is that the minute that we start, we want to lay down like a plan on how to uh, uh, we have a goal we want to reach. We have maybe a plan we want to we want to execute. The
Mm-hmm.
moment that we encounter the little bit of challenge, oh my lord, each person ran the other direction. We don't know how to sit down and sometimes look at the bigger picture and continue moving towards the goal. We don't know how to do that.
Mamize, I think you care about not only Cameroon, but you care about Africa. I think you do.
Yeah, I do.
I get the sense that you care about Africa
Yeah.
and that you want to see the best for Africa in the
Yes.
future. But you're
Yes.
also doubtful about the reality of what Africa's going to be in the future.
Yes. And I don't like the sweet talk. African people like to sweet talk too much. You remember, like you said that we have a mental problem. We really have a mental problem. Which of the biggest mental problem of that we have, that I know and that I see in almost every African, is the low self-esteem. And it's translate. I mean, it's shown in a different manner. You're gonna see some people with big ego for no reason. You understand? Or misplaced ego for no reason.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That was funny. The way you said that was funny. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, people
Okay.
don't understand that. Like narcissistic people. There's two different ways you can be a narcissistic. You can really think that you are that you thinking that you are, or you can be really somebody that has a low self-esteem but pretend. So I see both in Africa, both in
Hmm.
African people. Either they're hypersensitive, they don't want to face anything that's going to make them feel or look. Just the idea that that somebody might be looking at them and see what's wrong with them scare them so much that they refuse to accept what you're pointing at. The minute that you say that your country should be doing better or whatever, or something's wrong with you, I mean, like, it's a emotional reaction on how you're jealous of my country. Or what does that have to do with jealousy? Somebody's pointing something at you and saying that this could have been done better, and now you turn against that person just for pointing that to you. So the problem is not even an issue. You can deal with the problem, but you cannot deal with the fact that the person point the problem to you. I don't understand that. It's like crazy. We're never gonna get
Now,
anywhere. We're childish. We're immature. I'm not gonna. And
now you say that, and I know you know exactly because you're from the continent. You're from there. I know that.
it's
So you
only
have first-hand knowledge.
no. It's not only Africans though. It's not only Africans. I'm not in Africa anymore, but I still see it around me. It's just like the black race, colonization and slavery like really damage our dignity and our self love and
Yeah.
our the way we view ourselves and feel about ourselves and see ourselves. It damages that more can than people realize. Really,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. I agree with you, and uh, that slavery and colonization has damaged the psyche of black people, the psyche.
yes, yes, God.
Um, and I don't think I'm an optimist. I'm really I am an optimist. I'm a person who's an optimist. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's going to get really much better for most people. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't want to say that. I hope it does, and I hope that people don't pass it to their children. This damaged psyche. But I don't. I'm not positive about it. I'm not sure. I'm not certain that it's not going to be passed down. You know.
Someone in the
From
chat is saying that slavery did not damage anyone.
okay. Let's.
No, no, no. No, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand.
Mamisa, respond to that, please, Mamisa.
Listen. I'm, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Trust me. They don't understand, and I don't even know where to start explaining this.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
you know,
It's actually hilarious.
you know
That they
what?
said that.
Psychology is not something that is big in the African community. Africans don't even understand the psychology of human being. They don't even understand how the environment shape who they become or change their behavior or even change their thought. They don't understand that. Mental health is a taboo in Africa. That's not even something that they understand. So you're gonna bang your head on the wall trying to explain it to him. He's still not gonna get it. You understand? He
Yeah.
doesn't, he doesn't, he doesn't
Sorry.
even understand that. He doesn't even understand that the way he perceives himself is directly from what he has learned about himself in his environment. He sits around every day. He watches movie in which black people are portrayed the way they are portrayed. They never have then they're always the villain and all that. He lives in the world that everything that's praised is everything that's anti him. He lives in the world that the place he comes from is always negative news about. How do you understand how it shaped the way you view and think about without even you knowing your subconscious? You subconsciously like see yourself in that light you've been presented. Uh,
The
uh,
British
uh,
British cat sitter.
that's how it is. So he doesn't even get it. He doesn't understand the damage at all. You spend all your life trying to compete with other people, but you never ask yourself if those people compete with you. They don't even think about competing with you because automatically in their mind they know that they are above you. They don't have to compete, but you have to always fight to get to their level. There are some people in Africa that will be so just great. I mean, like it will be like the best thing that will ever happen to them to have a someone like a partner from a different community, like that would.
Different Western community. A Western person
In
or
Africa it doesn't even matter if it's Western, even the African people, because they're not that exposed to the world, they're not that, they don't travel that freely. Everything for us has to be hard. That's how how am I
that's
gonna
how it is.
I don't want to use a word that's not appropriate. I'm gonna be
Use the
that's
word. Use the word. This is your platform. Use the
that's
word.
where
Say the words. Say the words.
well, everybody knows that Africa in relation to any other country in the world is behind, right? And we are really treated like maybe third place citizens or whatever. So we don't
Third
get
class citizens.
third class citizens. So we don't
Mhm.
get the easy access to other country. Like getting a visa is like, oh my lord, that's the hardest thing in Africa. People celebrate getting a visa, getting approved for the visa to go to another country. They will make a big party just to celebrate
Well,
because
is it someone's been successful, right? They're going somewhere else and they're going to be successful, potentially be
no,
successful
no, no,
there.
no. They don't even have to know if they're gonna be successful or not. I mean, like just getting a visitor visa to come to United States. The person is gonna throw a party to celebrate that the fact that he obtained the visa, that he was
Oh,
granted a visa to go to United States.
really?
Even though they're coming just for on holiday just to visit to go back. Just the fact that he can step foot into an airplane and go into that country that he always dreamed, he always see on TV, that's a big deal. You see?
I don't know. Can I understand that someone wants to travel? I can. I get that someone wants to travel, go somewhere else. Um, if they, in that case, they've not been taught the greatness or what can happen in their own country. They've not been given that that teaching. What's great about themselves? What's good about them? What they can do? How they can be self-sufficient? I think in that way, it damages the psyche again. It damages the psyche once more,
Yeah,
so
that's
that they look
it.
outward instead of inward. They look outward or toward other things instead of inward in themselves.
If you show up in Africa, like in Africa, when I said this, Austin, you say Africa is a continent, not a country. I'm talking about sub-Saharan Africa. We suffer from the same problem. I'm talking
Who
about
said it was a? Who said it was a country? Who said it was a country? Who said
because I
that?
keep referring to Africa as a country. Like I'm not specifying which country I'm talking about. It's the same thing. Go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, go to Cameroon, go to Guinea. Go over there and just trying to pretend that you can
Oh, you froze. My music, you're frozen. She's been. Oh, she's aloft. She's frozen. Austin, come up. Let us know your thoughts. Give us your philosophies about this subject or whatever. We'd like to talk to you, learn more about your personal theories. Austin, Austin, ta.k. And also, oh yeah, I'd like to talk to the British couch sitter if it's possible. Also, that person seems very interesting. Also, I'm doing this solo program now. Memisa's has gone for a moment, so I'm here. Africa, its future is in the hands of the Africans. The only ones that can decide the future of Africa are the inhabitants, the original inhabitants, the indigenes of Africa. Nobody else can propel Africa into where it should go or where it can go, except for the African. There just is no other way. Nobody else can do it. It's very possible that if the hunger for a better Africa is not passed from parent to child, that this same paradigm will reoccur in the next generations and successive generations to come. So that's one thing, and that's a bleak future. But only, I'll reiterate once again, only Africans can address the issues of Africa. They may be able to use outside experts to help them, but it's in terms of guiding, it's going to have to be done by Africans. In my opinion, that's just one man's thoughts about this. And I also think it's very possible that what's been done already, you see the success in Rwanda and in other African locales. If that's able to be, in a way, captured by other Africans and be able to be replayed in other countries, that's also a way that Africa, I think, can bolster itself and become a greater entity on the world stage, the continent of Africa, and also, as Austin so intelligently pointed out, the individual countries, as Africa is a continent and not a country. So this is, I think, as I say, one man's humble opinion, the only way forward for Africa. It's the only way that we can, that Africa, not we, Africa, can proceed. I think if it's not done, that we will see a rehashing or as I said before, replaying of the same bleak condition which exists in many African locations. And she hasn't come back yet. She's not come back yet. She's not here. So any questions, that I could answer from the chat, I'd try to answer if I could. If I don't see any here now, I don't see any. But if there are any, I'd try to answer them. Once again, this is Stoic One, and Mamize has um, gone away from the program for a moment. I'm sure she'll return shortly. I'm just trying to, not that I can do it, trying to fill the space while she's not here. Um, no, Austin, I agree. I think every country has individualized issues. Um, but I think also, however, I think that there are also commonalities um, in many places, African places, which can be the basis for oh, there she is. Sorry, Mamize. Nice that you're back, Mamize.
Yeah.
Yes, good that you're back. I tried to just speak a bit, while you were gone. Not anything to get your channel flagged or against your basic philosophies or anything. Just filler, really.
Okay.
You
Thank you.
know? You're welcome. You're welcome.
I did not. I didn't even remember. My internet went away. I thought
Sure, sure.
it would just disconnect automatically. I did not even know you guys were still online.
Yeah, yeah. We're still here. Your content is magnetic, so that's why we're here.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's why we're here.
Austin is still here. You can come on the panel,
Come on, man.
Austin. Let me
Come on,
send him the
Austin.
link. Like he
Austin
has.
and the British couch sitter is also in the chat. The
Okay.
British couch sitter.
Austin has a lot to say. He think I don't understand his. We are talking smart. Come on, Austin. Oh, Mr. Uganda, come here.
Wait,
My,
the British couch sitter is Mr. Uganda.
yeah.
Mr.
the-
Uganda is Mr. Uganda is the British couch sitter. Mr. Uganda.
yeah, he is.
Mr. Uganda, you are the British couch sitter.
He's
I
one
didn't
of
know
my,
that.
Mr. Uganda is one of my favorite YouTuber here.
He's my favorite. He's my
Yeah,
favorite.
I love Mr.
I
Uganda.
I,
I love
I
his
absolutely.
English. I learned so
He's
much by listening to you. All that big English that you speak, Mr. Uganda.
he's amazing. He's awesome. I can't get enough of him. Really, I'll be honest.
You're so polite.
he's, I, he's one of those people, those rare people of the world that's just there. They're just an enigma, an enigmatic person. That's what he is. You
Yeah.
know.
Austin, come on. You said that our problems are different, so everyone else's perspective will be different. What do you mean? Please come explain to me. I like to be challenged. To be honest with you, I would love African to come on my panel and let's talk. And because I'm gonna bring you down to the real deal. Not all that like delusional talk that you guys talk over here all the time. I'm gonna bring because this African country, honestly, I already confirmed it was me. So, and yeah, he wasn't here yesterday. No, I'm not hyping you up, Mr. Uganda. You awesome.
You
Uh,
really come on, man. I mean, just take the compliment, mate.
I'm
Take the
very
compliment, mate.
listen. I'm very stingy in compliment. You better take it when you can.
Yes. Austin is from South Africa, or I don't know. Austin
I'm
from
sure
South
he's
Africa.
from South Africa. Now I understand. South African people always that. Oh, we're not like you. Okay, okay, whatever.
Is he here,
When I'm
Austin?
talking, when I'm talking about Africa, I'm not even talking about South Africa. But South Africa is like they have their own issue over there. That I don't know. At least in South Africa, they have some good standards when it comes. You can find anything in South Africa, but not in our African country, other African countries. Like when it comes to like medical, they have good hospitals in South Africa. They have good services over there. They have world standards stuff over there. I don't. But other African country, I don't think so. But that doesn't mean that the conditions, the black condition, is better in South Africa. No, I don't think so. I don't.
Mm,
You guys can have all you want to have over there, but I always come back to the people. If the people seriously are not uh, being taken care of, it doesn't matter all the infrastructure that you guys have. If it's just going to benefit the people that have the most money, when we know that the majority of those African populations don't have uh, the means, they are not being taken care of. So it doesn't change anything. I've heard
um,
Austin.
what's
Let
with that?
us your South African as accent. Oh, he's South African. They always like to remove themselves from us.
I want him to come up because I'm also interested. I think he's a bit of he'll be with your sort of ideology. He'll be a bit of resistance to your ideology. I think. Don't you think?
My ideology, what ideology do I have? I just
Or
live.
can I say rhetoric or your thought process? Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
mean,
I just say things the way they are, the way I see them. Even some people, listen, there's different people now. There's some Africans out, there's some people in from my country that I will say something completely different from what I'm saying. But if I'm there, trust me, I'm going to bring them back to reality. Because, you know, depending on what level in society you are, your experience is not necessarily the same
yeah.
uh, as mine, but I go beyond just my own experience. Like I'm someone that I like to talk to people. I like to learn. I like to travel. I like to meet. I like to meet different people for every walk of life. Some people are not like that. Some people are born like favored. Even in my own country, some people have never been around people that have no access to health or maybe clean water. Some people grow up like with parents that after their primary school send them abroad and they came back to
Mhm.
the country and always navigate and always around people that are privileged. They will not know the thing that I'm telling you, talking about. But trust me,
Ah,
the majority of the country live what I'm talking about. But those people will talk to you just from that perspective of imagine someone that's in Africa, like that's born in a very rich parents. And when you say rich over there, it's the money that you cannot count. That's how rich they are sometimes. Because some of that money is stolen, right? When you steal
mm,
something, you don't even care the way you spend it, especially if if the supplies keep coming, you just spend. Some of
yes.
our rich people have the children have apartment everywhere in the world. They will not talk about the country the way I talk about the country because they never lived that life. They don't even understand it. It's foreign to them. They're gonna come here and argue about how we have this in Africa, we have that, but they're never gonna ask themselves how many local can access the thing they're talking about. They cannot at all. Even themselves, at certain level, they have to leave and go to Europe to get. When it comes even to healthcare, they have to go.
Austin's back there.
Austin
Austin's
is
got nothing.
there. If you come to discuss to change anyone, you will fail. You may find you following wrong narrative, so you should come to learn. You're talking to
I
me,
don't think.
Kofi.
I
I'm not.
don't think you're trying to change anyone. I do, nor am I trying to change anyone.
No,
I
I'm not.
don't think.
I'm not changing anyone. Why would I want to change you?
Just come up and talk to us, about your views.
I don't want to change you, Austin. I don't. I don't. I want to change. I have to change myself first. Let me tell
Exactly.
maybe a lot of people resist your talking point because you call Africa a whole. Oh, it is. Trust me, I'm never gonna change that. It is. It's a gigantic asshole. It is. Okay, you say softer approach. You see, always you want it to be soft so that it can fit uh their feelings, their ego. I'm not gonna. The best way, listen, Mr. Uganda, the best way,
I'm sorry. I had to laugh at that one. Sorry.
the best way to find
You
a
can.
world that's gonna be softer is for us to start changing the look that we give the world. You guys always complain that the European, European media outlet always present Africa on this under this light, like everything is bad over there. Well, you guys know what you guys. The majority of those African countries are exactly the way that European media shows it. I'm not for. I don't. I don't get upset at
So they're bumbles. Yeah.
me. I'm not one of those type of people that want to change the narrative of Africa or whatever. I, Me changing the narrative of Africa means that I go to Africa, right, and I change the way this youth think about themselves because I know that if we lay that foundation, oh, they're gonna flip everything around. Those African country looks exactly the way BBC shows it. Okay, those,
Wait,
those
wait. Let me say.
it's happening. They're
Let
not
me
going
say.
over there and making it up. No, it's happening like that. The little
No.
one that you guys want to hang on and say this is the other side of Africa. The majority of what you guys show that this is another side of Africa, the local can access it. It cannot. Most of the time, is like
Uganda.
established to benefit the foreigners. What you say? Okay, go ahead.
Um. Let me say.
Yeah,
Um. You. Now, I don't want you to. I don't want you to catch a hard line on this. I'm gonna have to ask you a straight question.
yeah, go
Like
ahead.
you like. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna come straight and say it. The question, if you don't mind,
Go ahead.
is Africa generally a bumhole?
A bum hole. Yeah, to me it is. To be honest, I'm not even gonna think twice. It is on many level. It's not only it's not only the lack of infrastructure, right? Some people equate. Is that how you say equate like nature to because they always want to do contrast Africa to European country. They're more how am I going to say? What's the word? They're more when you put Africa when you lack nature, you can go to Africa. There's no more that much nature anymore in this side of the world. Everything's been transformed. Everything is so uh,
Mm-hmm,
industrialized. Everything is so shiny and all that. Me,
mm-hmm,
right? Listen, me, I love nature. Transforming is not for me necessary development. You understand? It can be still like be we can still have the dust and all that, and still be
mm-hmm.
clean and equipped to serve our needs. That's what I don't like about Africa. Like, how can you have a culture of trash? Like you walk in a major city, like you go to Accra, everywhere you walk, there's trash everywhere. Trash, culture of trash. Like people coexist with trash very very harmoniously. They're in harmony with trash. How is that some? How is that normal? How is that normal? How's that? And then when people gonna go take picture, you guys gonna say, "Oh, BBC always show Africa." Like, go clean up, clean up. I need someone that's gonna really show that every single day to Africans, especially African in diaspora. so that we can become that uncomfortable to the point of saying no more trash and just clean up. Not that we're gonna wish that they go over there and just show the shiny part of it that fits our feelings and give us that false sense of that we're doing something when really we're not doing it. The
Mummy, is it,
majority
they're
of the
asking you a
places
question.
are trash and dirty. We have to clean up. It doesn't take any kind of big idea, plan, or whatever. Look at you, Rwanda. Even the village is clean.
Mummy's there.
Even the village
Oh,
in Rwanda is clean.
did you say what country did you say there?
Rwanda, they made a
Rwanda.
culture to clean up. That's the
Mhm.
type of thing I'm talking about. The thing that we can do without necessarily need some type of big investment, big this or whatever. No, that's how you build a nation, by using the people that are there and make them see like value in themselves and know that a building is going to come through them. They're going to be the one to build. It's not foreigners that's going to come and gentrify the place and put
Mhm.
all big building that's going to only benefit their people. And you guys going to say, oh, Ghana is like moving forward. Ghana is like, so no, no, that's not my idea. Being African, being like not be a S whole, is going to be an Africa that's conscious, an Africa that love themselves, an Africa that say that we have to really take pride in ourselves. We have to start being thinking about how we're going to be competitive. We don't have to mimic all the necessary. It's not when you having all those shiny stuff like we. I'm going to take an example of my country. So we held the African World, no, African game, whatever, soccer something
Yeah, the
competition.
Africa Cup. Africa Cup.
Oh my God, Mr. Uganda, Ghana is moving forward, but with that, he said Ghana is moving.
Oh God, Uganda, Uganda strikes again. Uganda.
Listen, Austin, I agree with you. Rwanda is overrated. I agree. I mean, to me, listen, my idea of really, really changing Africa is to change the people. You know that conditioning that we were victim of is on doing that. I want to see African people, African leaders invest into the like education. When I say education of Africans about Africa, about themselves, of building Africans, empower the Africans by teaching them the thing that's going to help them start being self-sustainable. Not the African that always think that he has to depend. That dependence mentality. I want a government that's going to really care about our mental health, healing us, and that's one of the things that I'm talking about. Right after colonization, those African in those days were have more pride than African of today. It's getting worse and worse. Today's African, oh, then the most washed out African ever, the most deluded African ever.
Do you
You
mean
know,
the
especially
younger
the
people?
younger. Do you know the things that they value? Especially the younger generation. It's sad. They don't see any like an African in Africa, right? He doesn't even think. Let me just stop for today.
Mummy, is it?
Uganda is
Can I ask you a question from the chat? Can I ask you a question from the chat?
yeah.
They want to know what African countries have you been? Have you been to? Which
Let me tell
countries?
you, I have never been to South Africa. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in Nigeria. I work in African country. I've been in Ghana. I live in Ghana,
Oh,
Nigeria.
oh, oh, oh boy!
That's why I
Nice, nice.
love those countries because when you live there, don't just come to Accra and see the place that the place. Get out of tourist area. Go in the where the people live. Don't go over there. Um, Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire,
Mhm.
Cameroon. Benin, you know Benin, Republic of Benin.
Benin Republic,
Exactly.
Nigeria.
Yeah, I know Nigeria like my pocket. I know Nigeria more than a typical Nigerian
What
because
you share a border, right? You share a border with Cameroon.
we share border, but that's not where I was. That's I'm not even from because part of like what some people in my country basically are like Nigeria like because that's where
It's a British and
the borders are. Yeah.
British style, and one French, one British.
Yes. So, yeah. But I travel to Lagos. I live in Lagos. I live in Port Harcourt. I live in what's the new capital? How do you call it? Um,
Abuja.
Abuja. You know,
No.
in Kano. Those are the places I went to in Nigeria.
So you've been to the north, the
Yes,
center, and the south.
yes. And Benin, how do they call that? Benin. My sister-in-law's husband is from Benin, so I went there with them.
Benin.
It doesn't even matter. Let me tell you guys something. It doesn't matter where you are in Africa. The thought process is the same for Africans. And you can and when you understand how we get that thought process, you understand why it's the same thing everywhere. You understand? We consume a lot of stuff from other people. You cannot consume everything somebody else is giving you and not think like that person. I mean, it's gonna have the same effect on you. When it comes to TV, right? Everything like when I was in Nigeria, everything I watch is BBC, CNN, stuff like that. Always like
It's foreign correspondence. It's not.
the preference for foreign clothes, like the value is so much. All those big names, Gucci, all that stuff. The women bleach like nobody's business. It's always stuff like the thing from there is not the thing that they elevate. Nope, it's the same trash culture, and it has become
you, you see, you've gone to the worst of the worst. You've
yep.
gone to the worst of the worst countries. That's what Austin
Devin
said.
is not bad. You're talking about Namibia. Oh my God, let me not even start because Go Black to Africa was in Botswana. And when those guys, those people were talking about what they were talking about their issue, it sounded exactly like the same issue in my country when they're being pushed to the side. Okay, when where the foreign like 5% of the population, I don't know how many like white people they have over there. They're the one that have all the wealth. It's the same problem everywhere. You want to pretend yours is different, but it's the same problem we're going through, no matter where you are. It's the same thing.
Are you considered a bit of a thorn in the side of the South Africans? Are you considered? I mean,
Am I
are
what?
you considered that?
What?
Is your persona considered is your online persona considered a thorn in the side of the South Africans online? Are you considered somewhat of a detractor of South Africans online?
Really, I don't even in my mind. I don't have any detract. I would love to see all of us doing well. I'm not on that divide. People that divide that talk about Cameroon, talk about South Africa. It's people that have no that cannot see the bigger picture. I look at the bigger picture. That's me. I don't look at like country whatever. No, even if my country Cameroon was doing great, right? I would be advocating for maybe Nigeria that's not doing good, or maybe uh Togo, Benin. I'm not on that divide. No, because I know we are viewed the same when it comes to the world. I look at us globally, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because when you put the map of the world, you lay it in front of you and you look at it. Everybody else look at the African the same way. Josie Gold.
Josie Gold, is he here? Josie Gold, is he here?
they
Or
want.
Lucy?
I don't even want to talk about the issue because it's a different type of
Okay,
sensitivity.
it's not the same.
Yeah,
Okay, you don't want to get to that. Let's not get to that then.
yeah.
Let's not get into that.
Them and the like ADOS or ADOS
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
FBA can
yeah.
can understand that
It's a
better.
similar issue, right?
Yeah, they have similar. They understand each other better. But beyond that, it comes down to the same thing. We are always.
We're the
Oh,
greatest, and you lot are
we are
lower
dependent.
to us.
We
The
are
rest are lower
dependent.
to us. Like, is that
The
what you're
bottom
saying?
line is that we depend on everybody else, but not on ourselves. It doesn't matter if you ADOS, you what, South African, whatever. We want a world where, like, our community can depend on themselves. You know, we want a world like that, and then only then
Yes.
we can be respected as people. Until then, I don't think we're gonna earn the respect that we want.
I agree with you there. Wow, that's an amazing set of words you just used. I think and those are sincere. I think those
Okay,
seem sincere.
poverty in Cameroon is not the same as South Africa. You see, it's always stuff like that. What is considered as employed in Cameroon is not considered employed in South. It doesn't matter. The majority of your people, are they okay? Austin, answer me. How is the majority of your people living in South Africa?
Mm.
Are they getting all the life, everything they deserve, all the life conveniences that they deserve, that they should?
Um, you know what? Referring to Austin's comment there, unemployment, say in Cameroon or South Africa, even if it's not the same, it's all relative to what employment is in general. You understand? So one employment status is another employment status. It's all relative to the country. It's all relative to what's going on in the country. So you can't say one is much different to the other, because they're all the same, really. If you do them in comparison to the country's resources and their governance, they're all the same.
I don't even
So
have
you can't.
that kind of divide because
Huh?
maybe it's good for him. You know, they all each person. That's the thing with African people. They don't like to look at the larger. Uh, um, they just talk about themselves, like whatever they're standing, and they're looking at their uncle, aunt, friends. If they're doing well, conclusion is that everybody else doing well. That's how it is.
I, I don't know that. See, I know you don't want to get into the South African conversation. Really, you don't want to get too deep into that um issue. What you said there, Austin, for instance.
I just did a quick Google
Tax,
search. It
right.
said 35.5% of South Africans are
But that's
unemployed.
everywhere. That's everywhere. That's a through line through all countries, I think, because that's
That was in
individual.
2021. For instance, taxi drivers are not considered as employed. Ah, okay. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, even in Cameroon, they're not considered as employed. No.
They're businessmen. I mean, their own. It's a venture, business venture,
Yeah,
in
they're
a
not
sense.
considered in Cameroon as employed. You're gonna see a lot of taxi men in Cameroon that have like big degrees. They're gonna have like a bachelor or a master degree,
Hmm.
but they're taxi drivers.
They can't find work in their field.
That
Of,
is sad. Exactly. A country that cannot even employ their youth. That's why all the big talk. I don't do the big talks. Seriously. I just want an African country that invests in the youth. Seriously. I want you guys to
Mhm.
until we're able to do that, we're gonna be the asshole.
until Africa's able to
To take care of its children. What you talking about?
take care of their children, to address the needs of the people, it's going to be a bomb hole.
Yes, to put us
That's it.
first, put the youth first, invest in the youth because the future is the youth. If you love the country, the land, You're gonna invest in the youth because all those leaders of today gonna be gone tomorrow. If you don't, if you don't prepare the next
Mm,
generation to protect and defend what you love, that to me, you don't love it at all.
mm,
So then
mm.
we're not gonna have,
Mamis, strong words.
and then you're gonna go
Strong
and
words.
complain about BBC showing the trash. No. It's when you step foot off the airplane, right? It's different. Just lower your expectation to the ground once you step foot. The people don't even understand the 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 potential that they have because no one ever challenged them. You understand?
They don't
The,
want you to call it that, Mamisa. They don't want you to call it that. They want you to call Africa something else. Don't call it by those words. Don't use that set of words to describe your continent of birth. Don't say that. Is what they say. Don't
well,
say it like that, Mamisa. That's what they
okay.
say.
If you present yourself to be the person that's going to receive everything that anyone else don't want at your home, how am I supposed to call you? Like you don't even filter what's coming in. Like anybody can just bring anything they want to, even if it's damaging to your own children in your house. Even something that's gonna be harming your children. Like nothing is regulated.
Hmm.
How do you call that? There's no
Hmm.
regulation of nothing. You can go. That's why some people like are so happy to be there. You know, um, like even the reaper, like the black reaper that are going there and dancing and happy now. That's something that's been going on forever, and that have benefit the people that knew that was the case on the ground in Africa earlier, meaning the European. We have European in Africa that have been there for years, years.
Hmm.
Like in my village, I remember when I was growing up, we had a lot of teachers that were from United States or Europe or stuff like that. They would come to the village. They would go to the
Mhm.
palace, to the king's palace. They will have all the we will. I mean, we will basically be doing everything for them.
They're like
They will
royalty.
be fed. They will be they will provide them with a shelter. They will put everything that they need, and they will be our teachers. They knew how valuable they were when they come to Africa compared to where they're coming from. In their own country, they're just regular people. But when they come to, oh my goodness, when they come over there, they're put on the pedestal.
The artists were kissed very well.
Yep. Oh my God.
Is that what you're trying to really
Yeah.
say? The
And
artists
they,
really.
and they knew, and they knew. Let me get.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna get my camera.
Sure, sure. I hope she's not there again. Her camera's gone off. Um, so it's just me here again. Uh, the British SETI man, uh, Mr. Uganda, the couch sitter, on Austin. And Austin, I do want to come to South Africa. I want to go there. I'd like to go to South Africa.
You want to go to South Africa?
Just on a holiday, I'd like to go to South Africa. Also Cameroon. Also Cameroon.
Oh,
Also Cameroon.
listen, I did not visit this country because I wanted to. I was working for
Oh,
international. I was
here,
working
here.
for
Where you
international
live?
companies.
In
You
the
know.
US? The US.
I'm sorry. What?
In the US, you didn't come to the US because you wanted to, really. Yes. She's doing a bit of lighting adjustment. I think she'll be back soon. She'll be here. She'll be back on camera. There she is, the star of the show. She's back. And that's Mamiza, star of the show.
Can you
The
not talk
channel.
about Pombia? Leave me alone. It's not a Pombia issue. My president is not the issue. The issue is the system.
President Bush, Trump.
No, Pombia, that's my president for my country.
Oh, Paul Bia.
Mr. Uganda, the we in Ghana they don't have Pombia. Ghana is still a shithole country.
He's hilarious.
So in Uganda they have Museveni or whatever his name is. There is still a shithole over there. So
Mamisa, they're gonna come get you. Saying this, you're repeating this term over and over again. They're gonna come after you virtually. They're gonna come after you virtually.
They've been doing that. Oh, they know me.
Please leave. Don't come after her. She has her own opinion. Don't come crazy at her. She has her opinion on the things.
That just shows me how emotional we are and how immature we are. That's what I talked about. The fact that people get upset that I say that. You get so upset that I say that more than the reality, more than the trash that is over there on the ground. If you're that upset, I would want you to be so upset that you can just leave the UK, you can just leave America, you can just leave Canada and run back to your country and develop a program that is gonna clean the city. We can do that. We smart people. I have no doubt that we can do that. We are so smart, but we just don't. We haven't loved ourselves so much to the level that we're ready to sacrifice. Really, you know, we want to eat our how do you guys say? I don't know. Eat our cake. I don't know how you guys say. How do you say?
Have your cake and eat it too. Have your cake and eat it too. Something like it's not even. It's American. I don't know if it's really.
We say it in French that you cannot ask for money for butter and the butter at the same time. You cannot ask me for money to buy butter and the butter.
You can't ask for both. You can't ask for both.
Yeah, and the money for the butter. You cannot.
Yeah, so it's kind of dipping too far in. You're going too far in, right?
Exactly. So we have to get. I'm gonna say that Africa is a shit hole until we get so upset to clean it up. Just the cleaning. Nothing gets me upset more than like when you're in Africa. So trash is our best friend. We are dirty. To me, that's dirty. That's unhygienic. I don't even know how people will be walking around and be eating. And then not far from there, you're gonna see someone that's gonna open a restaurant. And people are gonna be in there eating. So we have like I don't know.
Infrastructural issues.
To me,
You have damning infrastructural issues. They're really bad. The infrastructural issues. Uganda. Oh yeah, Mr. Uganda. Mr. Uganda says Uganda's been stable for quite some time, and the adjacent countries around it have felt the reverberation of the stability of Uganda. So maybe Uganda's the
stability. What do you call stability? They always say that too. They used to say that in my country. What is stability? Stability, but people are starving. It depends on what you call stability. People are starving and dying. People have no job. Is that stability? The youth has no direction. They're even like, I'm not gonna say it here. The reality is ugly for real.
You have to say it, Amiza. You have to say it. You have to say your mind.
No,
you have
I'm not
to.
gonna say that word.
You must say and express yourself. You have to do it. You
so
must.
The reality is when you see the decision that people make, you see they make decision that doesn't always benefit them because you are pushed in a corner where you have no choice but just wanting to survive. You're gonna end up doing anything and everything just to survive another day. That's not stability to me.
And do you can I ask you a question? When you say anything and everything, does that mean also swallowing your morality and your
Of
pride
course,
many times over and over
that's
again?
why. Yes, of course, that's why. When you talk to moral, what nobody cares about morality over there. Don't you hear all these repart complaining about how people are this, people are that, people are ready to anything to get a little bit out of you. People scamming, people they would not be scamming if they had any other alternative. You know, they would not be scamming. You
I need
cannot.
Austin up here. I really do. Austin has to come.
The lady is
He must.
frustrated. I'll give you that. It's very frustrating African issue. That's why I'm not here all the time talking about it like other people because
Yeah, don't stress your mind
it
about it
doesn't
either.
matter what you talk from which angle you talk about it.
She's frozen again. You've been Olafed. You're Olafed. You're frozen again, Mamize. You. She's frozen again. In the interest of continuity of the program, I'll just talk. Um, I'll I'll go from chat. If you lot write messages, I'll respond until she returns. Cameras uh, once again operable. Anyone can write a chat message. I'll try to the best of my ability, I'll try to respond to it. Of course, I'm no expert on anything. Sorry, I'm no expert on anything, but I'll try to respond as best I can to whatever um, I see there. Not African issue, but oh, he says it's not an African issue. Austin, AK says it's not an Africa issue; it's a Cameroon issue. Perhaps I don't. I have no way of knowing that myself. I can't really. I guess potentially that's true. Some of the repats, the British cap sitter, Mr. Uganda, some of the repats do the most, and many of them being participating in the mess. What's my interview with ta.k? She's using her frustration from her country to paint other countries with the same brush. I don't. So I mean, I know I don't want to illustrate her as I don't want to categorize her as something that I don't see myself. I don't want to categorize. I don't want to do that. Oh, sorry, Mamize. Just going to the chat, responding to the chat messages. But you're back, so I guess we'll go on for a bit more, right?
Her frustration from her country to paint other countries with the same brush. Okay, I'm not. I don't have time to argue to
Okay,
go back and
don't,
forth with you, Mr.
don't.
Austin. I don't have time to go back and forth with you. If that's what you think, well, you're free to think. Uh, People who understand will understand. Okay. Did you have to read out all the grammatical errors?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was talking about me when I was reading the no. I tried to replace it with the correct phraseology, but I couldn't. My mind didn't work fast enough to do that. Uganda, my mind didn't work fast enough. It's my own error, actually.
Mr. Uganda, who is Kiki?
Yeah, I didn't see the whole interview on his channel. His last program with Kiki, somebody. It seemed good. But Uganda, you can't come up for a moment. Uganda.
Where's Mr. Uganda? Where's Kiki? Who is Kiki? I don't know who that is.
It's his last interview. I think he did an interview on his channel. His last program was with.
Oh, he's what's oh I don't even see your channel anymore. You remember I blocked you.
Don't block. Why do you block Mr. Ugan?
That was
What?
that was a mistake. It wasn't on purpose.
Mr. Uganda is like
I was being
he's the
clumsy.
pinnacle of he's a nice person. I mean, his online persona is really affable, I'd say.
Austin, oh my God, I would love to talk to you, Austin.
That's my
I would love to talk
tune to
to you.
leave. One of the good
You're gonna
days,
let
I'll
me
join.
time to go research on South Africa, and I will come and talk to you. You're gonna show me how South Africa is different from all those other countries. Listen, let me tell you guys something, right? There's no way you guys can get upset as someone calling your respecting African country shithole when your own leaders don't care about yourself. I don't even know why you guys you get upset about it. You can call my country anytime, anything you want to. I don't care. If you can prove it, if you can show me something that reflects what you're saying, I would just, well, it's what it is. I'm not gonna get upset, emotional about it. What is that gonna change? It's not gonna change anything. The reality is that
Mhm.
Africa accepts way too much from other people that they don't. So we don't treat ourselves with respect. I'm not talking about us, the people. I mean, even the country. We don't treat the country with respect. We don't value the country. We don't protect the country. When you love something, you don't want anything messing with it.
Mm-mm.
You
No
cannot
way.
go to our country like, let me take an example. I mean, on Facebook every single day, everything you see is so irritating. You ask yourself, really, what is the intention of these people? Do they value money this much? Like you can buy anything and everything in Africa. It doesn't matter. Before, let me tell you something. Before, right, the
Yeah.
elders were people that were very respected in Africa. Elders were and there were people that they earned that respect. Like they would not. Money wasn't something that you can buy. Um, that you can give an elder to do something that himself knew it was the wrong thing to do, and he will accept. But today, 2022, oh, you can even buy the king. They
Ah.
don't even value the secret society. They don't. They will just let anybody. I watched a documentary where they in Benin. They let this he was no, he wasn't German. He was
From the
British.
UK.
This British guy. He went
Oh,
through the
oh God.
process of becoming a voodoo priest. You know, it's a process you got have to go through. They let him got into the secret,
Order.
yeah, and go through
The rights.
yeah. So they show him everything, and he came out with all the secret, and he was on this table talking about it. I'm like, who does that? So there's nothing that has no price tag in Africa anymore.
Nothing sacred.
Yeah,
Nothing
and
sacred.
you guys expect me to respect people like that? I would never.
Hmm.
I would never.
Wow. Wow. You
It's on
explain that
YouTube.
quite
It,
eloquently, actually.
it's on YouTube. Yes, it's on YouTube. He went to Beni he went to the fifth where the voodoo or even so, like before, right? Even if you were from a different village, they will not let you have access to certain um position when it comes to like the secret society, like the
Yeah.
kingdom and stuff like that. They will not because they know you might betray the people. But
Crown.
today, oh no. It's all politics. The politicians are paying all those kings, uh, village king, monthly salary to participate into uh, the electoral when they're doing the campaign. to influence
electoral process.
the people to vote for them.
You have a
That,
king. You have a king in Cameroon. There's a
I
king.
mean, it's everywhere.
Um,
Didn't you
you,
see in Ghana where they have to when they have a Chinese chief?
yeah, I saw. I saw. Unfortunately, I saw that. Yeah, I was I was taken aback. I couldn't believe it.
That is not something that you do as when you are people when you are people that respect themselves. You don't do that. Nobody will ever respect you. Nobody respects Africans and Africa. Nobody. So for you guys to be upset that I call it that name, it's exactly that name until we change it. It's exactly that name until we change it. I'm telling you. There's nothing in Africa that doesn't have a price tag. There's nothing. I
Even
was
the children. The
I was
children.
watching something on YouTube, on Facebook the other day, in my country, right? So there is this something they just discovered. I don't know, a mine. It was like an iron mine or something. Something they sold it to the Chinese. They're in process of selling it to the Chinese. So the people rose against it. At least now, some people are getting so upset that they're making those things public. So somebody had a presentation on it and was showing numbers how much we will be getting and how much the Chinese people will be getting. And with time, it was gonna get worse. I mean, it was billions of dollars that the country will be losing to the benefit of the Chinese.
Really?
Oh yeah, 2020. They haven't signed it yet. It was in process.
Is that in what country is that?
They got all the signature. There was only the president's signature left because he was out of the country. So it came to the public, and I mean, it was like, the most, the dumbest thing a human being can do. And you're looking at it like these are the people that represent us. These are our leaders for real.
Was that in a West African, Central or West African country?
No, it was my country in Cameroon.
Or your country?
They just discovered a mine. They say iron mine that they want the Chinese to explore, you know, and they were signing all the paper for it. It's in
Hmm.
French. If not, I would have played it over here. But if I play it, you will not understand.
I've
The
heard
guy,
some of your French broadcasts before.
huh?
I listened to some of your French broadcasts before. You've had a few all French broadcasts, haven't you?
I do what?
You've had a few all French, all spoken in French broadcast programs, streams, haven't
Oh,
you?
on my channel.
Yes,
Uh, yes,
two, maybe
I
two.
think so.
Yeah, I listened to them.
You listen
I
to
have.
that?
I listened to it. Yeah, I listen. I don't know. I got a few French. I know some French, so I just tried to pick out what I could get from it.
Okay. Mr. Uganda said he doesn't have a price tag. I don't have a price tag too. It's all about dignity, respect, honor. There are certain things that really we cannot even be discussing for real. Like it's immoral. Even if we don't respect our tradition, like our kings and all that, what else are we gonna respect? That's the thing that set African apart from other people. When I was sitting in Africa, those are the things that I was very proud of. You can always, it's like a reference point. It's like where you go and resource yourself. If we sell all that, what are we gonna have? Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. Now, I don't want to get too far into this. I don't know how long you can have this broadcast, and you're probably going to end soon, right?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you. Now,
Yeah.
you don't have to answer this. I just wanted to ask you:
Yeah. Go ahead.
are African children also for sale? Generally,
It depends on what you mean by African children. The people on the continent, they are so vulnerable. They are not protected. That's why I call this country shithole. Because the youth are not protected, even the children. When you live in a country where the children are so exposed, You can, I mean, I cannot respect people like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys can tell me about how South African do. I don't know about South African food, to be honest with you, but how Nigerian do this, how
You're funny. You're hilarious. You're hilarious. You're
I don't
hilarious.
know.
You're absolutely
Something
hilarious.
like you can basically go over there and kidnap all those children, and like nobody will ever, because we have a culture, we use, the world is changing, and Africa is like as usual. They're never with the program. They're always behind. You understand? We we are it looks basically look like we are so irresponsible that we don't even we don't even want to catch up with the rest of the world. The world is changing so much. The world has changed so much since 15 years, for the past 15, 20 years. But in Africa, everything is still the same. Children are still so much exposed. I cannot even discuss the thing that's happening in my country right now here. The thing that the children has been
Something.
victim of.
Is
I'm
it
telling
is
you.
it of a nature of
Because of
is of a carnal nature?
lack of education, you understand? Because if you don't educate the mass, they're not going to know how to protect themselves.
Right.
Children are so naive. When I say children, it's the youth also, because the youth of Africa is what Africa has produced. A child is whatever you put into him.
Yes.
If you don't teach him something, how is he supposed to know? They don't even know how to defend themselves. They've been a
No.
victim of so many situations in which they could have gotten out of if they were knowledgeable, if they were taught right. You know, they become like a people prey on them basically. A lot of
Yes.
children are getting prey on, and and it's about the stuff that they never knew existed. They just become victims
It's disgusting.
and just learn by become they learn the hard way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Every
that's tragic.
every day,
Oof.
I mean that our news news outlet, it's cases after cases of these young boys or young girls being victim of like sex trafficking, and the government don't even address it. They act as if it doesn't exist. And you want me to respect this type of countries? Africa, the land is awesome, it's gorgeous. But the people there, oh no, something needs to be done. Something.
Now, Mamiza, you just painted a very bleak picture of the African landscape and the situation on the ground in many African nations. I'm certain I believe you when you say that the
People are
basic.
uncomfortable talking about these things. Trust me. When they
I
want to
know, I
always
know,
talk about the nice
I know.
things, the nice that, oh, we family oriented. No.
Not really, right? Not really, right? I look at your
But yeah,
face.
we are. No, 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 no. That's something we grow up with, like
You
seriously.
are.
With this world evolving, there are some changes that need to be done. Because you in Africa, they raise you to trust family like 100%. A family member can ask you to do anything, you don't gonna question. It shouldn't be like that anymore. We have to instill a sense of like critical thinking in our children that is lacking so much, that could get them out of situation in which they don't have to be if they had that critical thinking. A little bit of self-confidence. eh, we have to empower them basically. Not that blatant like respect. Even the when you have money, you can be the worst douchebag on earth. They're still gonna respect you. They're still gonna respect
Dish bag.
you. Yep, they
Dish
respect
bag.
you with money. Oh my lord, I've been here so long. I have never had it. How long has it been?
It's been it's over 2 hours and 18 minutes, almost
Oh,
2:20. I know you
oh,
have to get. I know you have to get off soon, so I'm just gonna.
do you have any more questions?
I I do. But yeah, you're a very intriguing person, actually.
Okay. Somebody said
You're
you say I'm intriguing.
you're a very intriguing person. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You are.
I
You're
don't know what
very.
that means. I don't know if
You're
it's positive
captivating.
or negative or what. It just means.
Captivating. Captivating.
But trust me, everything I say, I can prove it. I don't say
No, no,
things.
no.
I'm
No,
not.
I believe you.
I don't have a narrative that I'm trying to paint. Trust me, I can prove every. Usually people come here, right? Because they think that I'm exaggerating, but we end up they end up agreeing with me. You understand? Yesterday, the other day I had two Nanja over here, right? They always
To
have their own
Niger.
two Nanja. We he came over here like I'm like, okay, I like to be confronted. I just don't talk to talk. I'm someone that like I don't just stay where I am. I love being around people. My job requires me to be around people. When I go home, I go around. Trust me. I don't like I know Nigeria better than to Nigeria out of curiosity. I don't go to Nigeria and just stay with the people that I went there to see. No, I go around. I talk to
Mhm.
people. I value people. I talk to people that I know what want to talk to because that's the thing in Africa. There's a lot of classism over there. So if you is already in certain level, you don't you look at people that is lower than you like trash. That's how it is, and they're supposed to be like um keep you on this pedestal just because you have money. No, no, no. I talk to everybody. It allows you
Yeah.
to understand the people's mind and what their needs are, and really how you can improve their life. Some other people, well, they're from the wealthy family. When they go to Nigeria, they have the mansion that they built over there. They have their cars. They have everything that they need. They don't care about the rest of the. I know Nigeria very well, so nobody's gonna come here and pretend. They used to say that Nigeria was the giant of Africa. Giant on what? They don't have lights. They have no electricity. How are you gonna be a giant without electricity?
Side of Africa. Yeah. That's
And
their
you guys gonna say
designation.
that's not a shithole country? How can
Ah,
you? How
that
can it? How can
means
you expect to say, "Oh,
they're gonna
I have
come.
electricity"?
That means they're gonna come. They're gonna come with spears and torches after you when you say this thing. I don't
It
want
is
them
like
to
it
because I
triggers
think
you.
you're valuable.
Okay,
You're valuable.
I'm just gonna say S country. S
You're
H
a valuable
country.
person. Your content, your thought process is very valuable. I think. I think so. Anyway, I think it is.
I think so too. That's why I don't trust me. That's I've been saying this forever. Since the Uganda started, they wanted to take me on this Uganda started. I'm like, I used to listen to
God,
listen. I used to listen to people over here talking. I'm like, are you talking about the same thing? Same Africa I know. What are they talking about? Are you creating an alternative um Africans Africa in your corner from the UK or America or Canada? You thinking that like diasporans are you even in the diaspora? Oh my lord, let me not even start with the diaspora. Because we leave Africa and come to the diaspora.
I'm sorry. The diaspora. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
start
I'm
there.
gonna go
Don't
work with
start
Trump.
there.
Go and work for Trump. Yes, I'm gonna go work for Trump.
Are you a
No, no, no,
Trumpite? Are you a
no.
Trump?
I don't think that Trump saying that Africa is a shithole country was to insult Africa. That's the part I'd say that we lack emotional intelligence. To me, that should have been a the opportunity to prove the opposite. Instead of sitting down and crying that you were insulted. That's what I don't understand. If somebody called my house, somebody called to my house over here saying that it's nasty, it's dirty. Oh my lord. I'm gonna prove to him that it's not dirty by cleaning it. Next time he comes to my house, it's gonna be like, ooh, spotless.
Hmm.
But since Combs has said it, what has African people do? Whining, whining, crying, crying. Oh my God. Oh, American is dirty too. Oh, they're ghetto in America. No, not the majority. That's exception. But you're not gonna take the American exception and make it a rule. No, Africa, the trash is the culture.
Rubbish is a general reality. Is what
Well,
you're saying?
I mean, like it's the general culture. Like people come and build their house. Just right by their house, there's a pile of trash. Nobody
Hmm.
takes it out. And when we go over there, tell them that we have big muscle, we're young, we can clean this up. Nobody want. It's a culture. I'm telling you, it's deeper than what you guys think it is. That's why I'm talking about education. Because even when you clean it, people laugh at you. When you're over there cleaning it, people will be, oh, you can. They tell you, oh, you can waste your time as long as you want to. Tomorrow is gonna be there's gonna be another pile, and they're right. Tomorrow, the next day, they come and put the trash in the same place. because they know that's just the culture they're growing in. What kind of youth do you think? What kind of human being do you think that you guys are building are going to come out of that kind of way of living? No, even if you're poor, you can still find a way to create a healthy, nice environment for you. I'm gonna take Mr. Uganda. You watch uh ES in Ghana. Look at what ES is doing. That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
ES,
ES doesn't. She did not. She's
the
not doing
lady,
anything magic.
the lady.
Yeah, she changed her channel to DIY farm, whatever farm, something like that. She's
You
over
mean the
there in
prince?
northern Ghana when it's so hot, the ground is so dry. This lady still managed to create a beautiful environment for her and her husband, and she involved the community. That is what I'm talking about. When we're talking about like developing, it has to be endemic. It has to come from the ground. It has
Hmm.
to be the foundation has to be solid. It's not about Google coming to build a headquarter in Ghana and you guys start dancing when half of the population like they just go drink and sleep and
Please,
party every time. What kind of development are you guys gonna do? Nothing. That's the type of
please
oppression
no.
we have to
He
start.
says, please no.
Huh?
Uganda says, Uganda says, please no. Um, in the chat.
What is no? No to what, Mr. Uganda?
So yes, she's with the prince, right? Before
Oh
the
no, she broke up with the friend. That was a fake. She said it was a fake. It was an illusion that the prince gave her. He wasn't because when they started having problem, he was very ugly to him to her. I'm gonna say he says stuff that made me lose respect for him. Like he's just like many other people like him. He's just faking his way. He just wanted to fake his way to the marriage or whatever.
yeah,
Like
I don't know what the thing was. I
he's
can't
very
really.
jealous and very like in Africa people don't respect women. So it's only when you have trouble with them that you see how they treat you.
Ayoko, Prince Ayoko,
Yeah.
Prince Ayoko. Did she use his money to build the
Okay,
her
to Uganda,
case or
you can give that
infrastructure?
money to someone in Africa, the person will not think it's about the thought process. It's about the thought process. She could have taken that money and go to Accra or maybe over there where she is and buy her house and just be by herself. She's not. It's not like that. That means you don't understand ES. ES think. She think community. That's what Africans lack. We don't think like that. We don't think community. We have become very individualistic. You understand? We used to be very community oriented, but
Sorry.
we're losing that very badly in Africa. We were so community oriented. I remember in those days when I was little. Like if you even sick in the community, a child wasn't just a child of their mom and dad. No, no, it wasn't like that. If I'm sick and my mom is not there, my neighbor will take care of me. My neighbor will take me to the hospital. He will not be there waiting for my mom to come in. But there in
Community,
the in Africa, you can be sick, and that's your problem.
it's your problem, your issue.
Yeah, it's
No
your
one,
problem.
no one may help you.
So ES came to Ghana. You know how to even train the people that I work for her. She first of all, she's very gentle and she knows how to go about it.
Yes,
But
are we talking about the same woman?
yeah, yes.
Really? I mean, you'd think so. She's gentle.
Oh, she's gentle to me. Trust me, she's gentle. She coming from America. In America, like the way when they ask you to do something, they expect a result. If you cannot provide
Provide.
a result, they put you to the side and then take the next person and move on.
They get rid
Yes,
of you.
very patient in general. She took the time to understand what the people like and how she should speak to the people to bring the best out of them. That's why she's able to accomplish whatever she's doing over there. Her projects are coming along so beautiful. She's so thoughtful, and she knows how to push them without breaking them. You see how she worked with the mason and all the craftsmen that were there to make her kitchen. Her kitchen is so pretty.
Yeah.
She took time. That's the type of mentor that we need in the community in Africa. So because it helps those people see the value in themselves, right? Not that you're gonna sit them around and always tell them about dreaming about when they're gonna have a visa to go to America, they're gonna have a visa to go to UK. No, 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 no. They have to live the life of today, but also
Mhm.
investing on themselves about trying to learn and to be better and grow. That's something we don't do. We don't do that on the ground. There's no notion of like you have to learn, you have to grow, you have to invest on yourself. They don't understand that. It's all about going to school, having a degree, going to search for a office job, and that's it. If you don't have that, you look at as someone that fell in life. No, those people, I mean, just the guys that did the I hashed the how do you call it, the roundhouse, the skills that they have. Oh my lord! Like
You
she
talk.
she handled
Yes.
a group of people working with them. They can do so many projects, and they will not want to they will not have to dream about going to Accra, because that's what happens when you live far removed from the main capital. Your dream is always to go to the main capital, to go live there. And when you even go to live there, the quality of life is not that good. You can create, you can transform your environment where you are, even in the village, and live a very beautiful, self-sustainable life and be happy, like ES is showing and teaching those people.
So, do you think that people like ES and others could be an inspiration to the youth of Africa?
Say it again, what?
Do you think that people like persons like ES
Uh-huh.
could be an inspiration to the youth of Africa?
Oh, she is. For people that can because you have to be able to have that skills to learn and even realize what's going on. Like just by watching her, I learned myself a lot. A lot. Like when I see what she's doing and I think about the life that she's living,
Is she not there anymore? Uganda, I think she's frozen. I don't. She's she's not. She's no longer on the broadcast. Um, um, she's once again um, digitized. Um, I um, I think she should return soon. Um, I think you, Uganda, you're the only one in chat. I think you're the only one in chat now. I think I'm not certain though, but I think you are. Um, no, because I'm not seeing the other chat there. I'm not seeing the YouTube chat where I am. Um, so yes, with my subpar panelist skills and hosting skills, I'll try to um, carry, not really carry, but try to uh, create an environment until she comes back uh, from what's going on with her um, device or whatever. And yeah, ES, I don't know about ES. Um, I personally think the most high is protecting ES. She does Charisma, according to Build Africa. Yeah, really, Mr. Uganda. Um, so I think Austin's it's gone also. I don't want to. I don't want the program to go silent, completely silent. That's not great for the channel. So I want to. I'll try to keep speaking about really an Africa that I don't know much about. To be honest with you, I really joined the panel to get Mamize's thoughts about Africa, because she's from Africa. She's an indigene. She's an actual person from the continent, and she has, or like Mr. Uganda, who's has ties to the continent. He's African and he's British, but he's African by his origin. His parents' origin is Uganda. So that's why I joined here. I wanted to get more acquainted with Africa in the words of a true African. You know, sorry, you're back. You're back now, Mamize. Are you?
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
you've been having some trouble with your connection. I think I don't know if it's your
I don't
connection,
know what's going on with my internet.
so I don't want to hold you here.
It's in and
Really.
out. I'm done. I'm alone here. Yeah, I love ES, Mr. Uganda. I love her. She's such a very peaceful, loving, and caring lady. And especially the fact that, and she represents what I was talking about. Like people think that people think that Africa has to be like Europe or America. No, it doesn't. We can be successful in our own way. You know, she is not. I just think she's never satisfied. I'll be satisfied when you succeed. I'm not just gonna be satisfied because you guys talking, um, just from talking, from saying stuff that might happen, man, that might not. Or you have to do something. I like things that are palpable.
Are we talking about with men when we say
No,
satisfied?
no, he's talking about everything in general. Like when we talk about Africa is moving forward, and I'm like, no, I don't see like they just want to be be excited over like illusion. I'm not like that. When growing up in Africa, I have been disappointed a lot of times. Do you know how long I've been hearing in my country that we go into crisis? All I have ever known is crisis. There have never been a time that the economy was good. No. Living here in the United States, I have seen the economy shift from good, average, bad, great, excellent. Over there where I live, when the price of the bread go up, it never goes down. Never. And I thought that was just the normal way. But now when I think back, I'm like, we just may be incompetent. I don't understand.
I I I think I don't think. I mean, just me as an outsider, really, in a way, who's never been to Africa, but who's studied Africa and who's talked to many Africans. I don't think it's only incompetence. I think it's also, as you said before, it's a damaged psyche. The psyche is damaged. The mind is damaged.
But how come we hate ourselves so much that we don't even want to maintain the minimal that's good for a better, like everything has to be always so hard for us, even for our people home. I just wonder every day that why don't we just like make really our mission to improve the people's life. Everything always go up in those countries in Africa. I'm telling you. I was thinking it was always in Cameroon and Nigeria because Those countries I have lived them very well. Those two ones, until I heard people in Ghana saying that when something go up in Ghana, it never goes down. I'm like, really? So it's the same thing everywhere. When the
Mm,
price of something changes, is not to go to become cheaper one day. But here in the United States, I have seen houses, the price of the house, houses price go way up, going way down, being average. I have seen it all. That means something it's being done. I mean, something is shifting, something is moving.
it's
There's
active.
a movement, it's dynamic. But over
Yes,
there,
it's
it's only one direction. The people that I have one, they just people that at the bottom to continue being like the poorest that they can exploit and I don't know. I don't know really.
mm,
We have to shift our mind. We have to start thinking.
yeah. So
We have to start learning that when we the because when even the people say that they are comfortable in you cannot be comfortable when everybody else around you is not. You cannot be. It makes all of us weak. We have to make sure that people around us are strong too. If we have money, we don't expect everybody to have money, but we expect everybody to at least have the minimum.
do you mean food and shelter and water
Yeah,
and like
yes,
this?
minimum, basic minimum. You know what? I've been here forever. My kids
Yes,
are
yes,
calling
yes,
me.
yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you so much for coming.
thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you taking your time to speak with me. I really do.
You're
I
welcome.
like your program, and I appreciate your your take on the situation, on the African situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Um, Mr. Yunganda, thank you to you too. You're always on my lives. Even though you don't agree with me on certain stuff, but we can laugh about it. What I know is that we have too much to all this big talk, tribe talk that you guys want to talk. Um, it's not going to change anything. We have to change our mind. We have to make our missions to be better. Respect is not a given like that. You have to deserve it. And so far, we don't deserve any, for real. The Bible say that we should provide for the poor. Well, I'm not even about that. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Me, I don't believe. I don't believe in. I'm not a charitable. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it like that. I don't like charity, to be honest. I don't like charity. I like to empower people. You know, Mr. Uganda, like go and give this to the children. You just make them dependent. I don't like charity. I don't like dependency. I want us to empower anyone around us that is not, yeah, that is in need, so that they can be able to be self-sustainable. That's what I want to see. I don't want people to keep showing and saying how they're going to Africa to give this, that. Even in the even those or orphanage in Africa. I would love for people to come up with program that is going to make the orphanage to be self-sustainable. Like the children over there can even be like nowadays. There's so much that you can do. You can even train those children in a way. You can even like help them or maybe stream them for talents that they can use to generate money. Some children are even good at certain little stuff that they can be doing now with the social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube. You can make money anyhow. They can just like miss just like Ghana baby does. When he go see people, he trying to like when he leaves, encourage them to create a YouTube channel that's gonna help them um, that's going to help them not depend on other people. Just like the lady that he went to, um, mm, South Sudan and met, he encouraged the lady to create a YouTube channel. Um, So he created a channel for this lady, and now this lady is operating the channel by herself. She shows everything she does, so she doesn't need to depend on Mr. Ghana Baby. That is great. That's what I like to see. We have to help people being independent. That's what we need, because the model so far, like the colonization model, it's based on that dependency, on that charity. Always come back to me. You cannot do it by yourself. You can always rely to me. No, 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 no. I don't do none of that. I don't like charity at all. It's only when someone can really has nothing else that he can develop for himself that I can chime in and be like, okay, I'm gonna help you with this or that. But other than that, I will give money if someone has a good business plan. I will finance it for themselves. I will help them acquire skills. I always tell people, invest on yourself. If you know something that you love, down you want to a skill you want to learn, like in Africa, in my country, if you want to learn something, I will invest. I will pay for the training for you, stuff like that. I will help you start something, and then you can take over and be and fly with your own wings. So yeah, that's what I'm about. But anyway, I talk too much when it comes to Africa issue. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I'll talk to you on my next day off. I have to go for a 5 days of work from tonight on. Bye.